Okay, so do violent video games lead to violent acts in the real world?
No! God! No! God, please, no! 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 No!
There has been a number of research and studies carried out over the years. There is no evidence that links with video game violence in the real world. So why do video games get the blame? This is caused by moral panic. The most notable act of moral panic was the Salem witch hunts. You remember where they were burning innocent people alive for the sheer sake of they may be a witch. Stanley Cowan suggested in his 1972 book, Folk Devils and Moral Panics, that there are 5 actors and instigators of moral panic. I believe that we've seen this in the media lately with social justice warriors trying to ban the sale of games such as Fortnite to children. Breaking news, a ban on all sales of violent video games to minors has been put into place. It's called the rating system. You see that M in the blue box? Yeah, that's the one in the corner. Yeah, that one. If you're not sure it's suitable, then look it up. You've got the internet. Use it. Now, for all of you social justice warriors who actually want to put a ban on games such as these, just remember to ban violent movies, TV shows. That also includes the news, comic books, graphic novels. Oh, don't forget literature, such as Shakespeare's works. Oh wait. You forgot about the written works that made people envision horrific acts. Have you never read Macbeth before? One last thing to remember, people. You can't blame the designers for your inability to comprehend that games like Fortnite or Mortal Kombat aren't meant for children. Don't hate the game, hate the parent for buying these games for their underage child.
Hi everyone, I'm James, and today I'll be interviewing Scorpion from the Mortal Kombat series. How are you today, Scorpion? It's good to be here today, James. It's a pleasure. Great to hear, Scorpion. So I'm going to ask you a few questions. First one being, how do you feel about the violence in video games affecting children? Well, actually, video games don't actually cause children to become violent. It's more the adrenaline caused from playing video games cause them to be very hyperactive and more violent behavior-like. Well, Scorpion, what's your thoughts on media's stance on violent video games? I believe that media generally portrays our games as the leading cause to violent incidents caused by young adults. In truth, this gives not only violent video games, but most games in general a bad reputation, causing them to be believed not to be good for children or kids of any age. One last question, Scorpion. What do you do in your downtime when you're not fighting people to the death? Well, James, when I'm not in Mortal Kombat, I'm actually cooking at home. That is what I usually do in my downtime.
So Zack, tell me about this island of yours. Well, that's where past dead or alive contestants go for a vacation, you know? We have activities there, and a casino. Sounds lovely. So, you know, no one gets so these contestants, correct me if I'm wrong, but they're all female contestants. Huh. God damn. I didn't really notice that. Thanks for pointing that out. And I also understand that they only wear bikinis or swimsuits while on the island. Yeah, well, it's too hot to wear anything else, you know? As blessed with summer weather all year round. Okay, well, can you see what the issue is here? You have an island where there's mostly only girls running around in cleavage, and they participate in very demeaning activities like butt battles or pole dancing. We've also come to believe that people can openly take pictures of these girls while they're participating in these activities. Oh, yes, I mean, the female body is a delicate thing, John. A lot of majority of guys want to see a little skin here and there, right? Hey, everyone's having fun, so where's I'm in that? Don't you think it's a little degrading for women? No, I think it empowers them, Carl. Gives them a space to be themselves, you know? Who they truly are. Parading around in bikinis and swimsuits. Don't you see you're portraying them as scantily clad, easy to charm sex objects? Well, maybe, Jason. That's what everyone wants. I mean, look at Soul Calibur or Mortal Kombat. Women aren't portrayed any different. When it comes down to it, these are cheap thrills that people would pay money for, because it's something they'd enjoy. An easy business strategy running for generations now. So you're saying the portrayal of sex in games is a marketing idea to appeal to certain genders, right? Well, yeah. Okay, well, unfortunately, that's all the time we have for today. Thank you, Mr. Zack, for your words of insight. No worries, thanks.
The representation of men in video games can be broken down into a few major points. Multiple critics point out that male gaze is the reason why male characters are not overtly sexualized in the same way as female characters are, mentioning the assumption in the video game industry that a majority of gamers are heterosexual men to whom companies cater. Dante Douglas of Pace magazine identifies the power of fantasy alongside two other stereotypes, men as gender performance and as fan interpretation. In the interpretation of gender performance under a heteronormative perspective, a male being seen as sexy is the opposite of masculinity. In this view, depictions of males as objects of desire are coded by including feminine traits, vanity and attention to personal attires, or queer codes often depicted as humorous. The Bishinen archetype is an example of this portrayal, as well as characters like Vegaform from Street Fighter, Mettaton from Undertale, Maxi and Raphael from Soul Calibur, and Sephiroth from Final Fantasy VII. There are many issues facing the representation of women within video games also, mostly centering around their sexualization. In a 2017 survey of 1,266 gamers by Quantic Foundry, 89% of female gamers considered the inclusion of a female protagonist option in games somewhat, very, or extremely important. 64% of male gamers expressed the same views. Self-identified hardcore gamers of both genders on average considered a female protagonist less important than core or casual gamers did. A 2013 study showed that box art, which depicts sexualized female characters in non-central roles, positively affected sales.